from the Canadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
These have been tough times, and we could all use a helping hand to get through this period. GUT Credit Union gives you the opportunity to do just that without a worry. What are you looking forward to? A relaxing staycation? Brand new appliances or devices? Consolidating your debt to get more money in your pocket? Not a member? No worries. Come in and find out how you too can make the most of this offer. Call or visit us today. Yes, you can have a brighter Christmas season with GUT Credit Union. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News from Monday, December 7th, 2020. I'm Crystalyn Lashington. In the headlines, theatrics in Parliament today as opposition leader appears in chains and padlock, but no key. Damaged cable leaves telecoms users island-wide with no internet and phone service for hours. Government bans UK poultry products following influenza outbreak. Major erosion of barrier reef at Bathway Beach. 2 men brought to court for gun possession and 1 is banned from Marianne. Trelawna Charles is also here in studio.
Tonight in sports, Wagiti Super Knockout finalists revealed, table tennis singles tournaments begin, and a dismal West Indies performance. And Usain Bolt is chosen as Athletics Magazine's greatest athlete. And in around the globe, Liat suspends flights, St. Lucia anticipating COVID decline. And we look at Venezuela, where Maduro's party is poised to win legislative elections.
Details right after this message.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Courts Grenada Limited.
It was a session of theatre arts in Parliament today when the lower house met to continue discussions on the 2021 budget. When it was the turn of the leader of the opposition to respond, he showed up with the shackles and symbols reminiscent of the country's colonial past. GBN's Cherian Blackman Stephen tells this story about the chain and the lock, but no key.
Mr. Speaker, I know prepared today, but I am also prepared. This might be the most famous piece of chain in Grenada today. And to put me out of this house, Mr. Speaker, let the whole world see that even in chains I will deliver what I have to deliver today. And I don't have the keys, Mr. Speaker. You will have to send for the keys. So if you have to get me out of here today, I do not even know if the orderlies can take me out today.
Opposition leader Tobias Clement put GBN on notice that he will be coming in full force in the budget debate on Monday. But the chain and lock he pulled was beyond one's imagination.
Speaker, it is not easy to stand here. And Mr. Speaker, if I have to stand here in chains today, I will stand here in chains and deliver what I have to deliver to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. And I believe, Mr. Speaker, in order to get me out, before my time is up, you would have to nuke this place.
The opposition leader took the floor to deliver his response mid-morning, and he did not mince words as he said he's no lover of drama, but not afraid to finish a war.
Mr. Speaker, I am going to do something here today. And to be clear, I don't like drama here. But, when the drama comes, I don't start war, Mr. Speaker. We never stop war. But when war comes, we'll finish it. And I will finish what I start here today, Mr. Speaker. When I leave this house, one thing I know, And we all will have to leave, but I will leave with my self-respect.
Clement reminding all that the world watches dip for his chain and padlock, which he noted he had no keys for. But the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Michael Pear, was just as prepared for what he considered Mr. Clement's drama.
This Parliament is not a slave pen. The Parliament is a place of freedom. And you stand to speak, you stand to debate the budget, and I think the world, as you said, is watching. But the world don't want to see a comedian or something like that in the Parliament of this country. The Parliament is bigger than that. So if you wish to chain yourself to the Parliament table so that the world can see what the leader of the opposition demeanor is, proceed.
The punchline came at the end of Mr. Clement's presentation while he was still chained to the table.
Did you ever walk with the key for the chain?
No, I did not. No, Mr. Speaker, I did not.
Oh boy.
The opposition leader was allowed to make his full presentation of 2 hours. For GBN News, Janelle McDonald.
Free entertainment right there. Moving on, when Tobias Clement was finished with his theatrics, he got to the serious part of the presentation. He poked holes into the presentation made by Finance Minister Gregory Bowen last week and called for an alternative budget.
Opposition leader Tobias Clement was firing on all cylinders as he delivered on his presentation for the budget debate. Clement says up to $100 million should be put aside in 2021 to develop local businesses. Delving into the allocation for each ministry and their operations, the opposition leader had several concerns.
In Foreign Affairs, the question is asked, who is working with Foreign Affairs and providing services to Foreign Affairs at the same time managing himself? These are things that you have to deal with. If you're working in Foreign Affairs and you're providing rental service to Foreign Affairs with high-end vehicle, the Prime Minister said he has a problem with that.
Diversification for sectors largely affected by the pandemic is another issue Clement wants government to incorporate while calling for a more innovative budget for 2021. He is asking for clarity on the MBIA Chinese loan.
I like the first part, which says that no entity within Grenada could raise money without the authorization of this House. $63 million, Mr. Speaker, for the airport. How was it raised? Where was it raised? What are the terms and conditions? You know, in this House we are forgetting one thing. And we are forgetting one fundamental thing. Mr. Speaker, you know what we are forgetting? We are servants of the people, not bosses. And if I am your servant, Mr. Speaker, am I not subjected to tell you what I'm going to do with your resources?
Clement also wants the government to come clean on the issue of oil and gas.
If I can remember, in Paul's and in the stadium, significant amount of oil and gas found in Grenada waters. And that is just one well. The others have more significant amount. Through you, Mr. Speaker, where is our oil and gas today? Where is it? Remember, last year I said I would like to push my hand in the well and feel it and taste it to know that it is sweet crude. If there is a time we need oil and gas in Grenada, it's today. Because we found it, so it just disappeared.
Concerns surrounding policing was another major issue raised. I am Gerald Joseph for GBN News.
Budget is still in the air. The budget presentation has been critiqued by economists, political leaders, and former finance ministers. However, a younger perspective has been lacking, and any youthful debate would be expected when the young senators take to the floor on December 15th. GBN's Jared Joseph has been speaking with the youthful personalities.
An inadequate budget for the problems and challenges we will face in 2021, so says former Senator Ron Redhead, whose contributions may be missed during the Senate budget debate. The assistant PRO for NDC dissecting the allocation for youth says the program within that ministry are limited in reach and scope.
And the macroeconomic level policy that is needed to foster the right environment for independent organizations to operate and manage these programs must be created. The Ministry of Labor, the Trades Union Council, and the National Training Agency, for example, should be playing a leading role in job training and apprenticeship programs across the board, whether for youth or otherwise, because they already have the technical capacity.
Redhead believes continuously funding temporary programs as the answer to youth development is not the way to go.
In regards to job creation and unemployment, based on the large estimated capital investment, the majority of jobs will come from the construction sector. Are we to assume that everyone impacted by COVID was employed with the construction industry? I don't think so. We have to be more creative than that. So I have little faith that we can build resilience to the economy to withstand any external shock in the future with this plan. We have a lot of work to do, and we must prepare for very serious times ahead. On a more personal note, still in the area of youth, I believe the announcement of the $1 million into the Co-op Bank Carlton home rehabilitation is long overdue. And many of the young men who may have fallen victim to drug abuse and substance abuse, in my view, will benefit from this private sector-led initiative. It means that if it becomes a reality, it means that we may be able to tackle drug and substance abuse separately from the general mental health challenges, which can make the situation at the Monge Hospital a more manageable one in the future.
Young trade unionist Brian Grimes also chimes in with his perspective.
Observation of the budget tells me that the government is planning to use construction as a driving force in our recovery for 2021. I assume this is basically from a playbook from the period of Ivan 2004-2005, where construction was the driving force in us recovering, and we did a remarkable job at that time. So I believe that they are pulling from that same playbook.
Grimes is also calling for a serious injection toward the development of human resource within the Ministry of Health.
My concern is the health sector. I see that there is a larger allocation to the health sector, but it just figures at this point in time. What I'm hoping for is a strategic and surgical insertion of monies towards human resource development as opposed to maybe infrastructure, because our nurses and our doctors and our health practitioners are not very happy with the state of affairs within the health sector. Many are leaving, so hopefully the government can look towards pleasing these workers so that they can be more productive and be happier on the job.
I am Jared Joseph for GBN News.
And of course, GBN will dive into the topic a little further on Beyond the Headlines tonight. It's a youth and social impact of the 2021 budget. Joining the conversation, Ron Redhead, who's a former senator and member of the NDC, Cassandra Mitchell, civil society, Kimberly Phillip, human rights representative, and Marcus Williams, a development consultant. Moving on to the shores, there are concerns about increased erosion of the protective barrier reef at Bathway Beach. Some fear that this could have a detrimental effect on the coastline. GBN's Trelawna Charles took her cameras out and captured the encroachment, and she also spoke with a marine biologist who is conversant with the developments there.
Climate change has become a growing concern for many Caribbean islands, especially with the rising sea levels, which can result in the loss of our beaches and coastal areas. Pathway Beach, famous for its festive atmosphere and robust waters, has a natural barrier a few meters from the shore that has served as a wave break, protecting the beach from erosion. However, recent visitors to the beach would notice that this barrier has begun to collapse. Paul Philippe is a marine biologist who has worked in coastal zone management. He spoke with GBN and says while most people believe the barrier to be a reef, it is actually made of sandstone.
The beach itself was where the barrier was. So the barrier used to be the reef and the beach, and because of compression of the waves and things like that, it smashed it into a solid form. So when the beach actually started to retreat, it left that barrier behind. So what is happening now with the barrier is because it's sandstone, it is not as strong as solid as a coral reef. And as a result of that, it is gradually being broken up by the sea itself.
He says the collapse of the barrier can have a detrimental effect on the beach.
At present, it is basically breaking down some of the energy, the wave energy that reaches the shore. So when it disappears, we would have more of that wave energy coming along the shore and probably creating more erosion. So probably in time, the beach might start to disappear much further.
But all is not lost. Mr. Phillips says there are steps that can be taken to prevent the beach from disappearing.
Probably what we can do is to, in the same area where you have that barrier, if we can put in some huge boulders. You see, like some of the boulders are, you know, in some areas where you have this big tetrapods, there are some structures that are made of cement, but they have like 5 arms. And you have them in coastal jetty areas to basically hold back the energy of the sea. So if you could build some of that and place them in the same area, it would basically have the same effect.
Mr. Phillips says with quick action and proper funding, Pathway Beach should be added to the list of projects that Grenada will take on in its fight against the effects of climate change. Trelawna Charles, GBN News.
It's crazy to see the live effects of climate change. This is news at 7. Coming up, some invoke fear about activity at Kikamjeni as the island face island-wide telecoms outage. But that theory is soon debunked. Stay with us.
Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening at Republic Bank. Low interest rate happening. Quick approval happening. Christmas time happening at Republic Bank.
And 2020 on a merry note at Republic Bank as we spread the holiday cheer with our Make It Happen loans. Republic Bank is here to lighten up your spirit with quick approvals and cash prizes valued at over $10,000.
Christmas is happening at Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Christmas in Grenada plus Flow equals a tablet for your family. Get a Samsung A7 tablet for only $80 when you add your mobile to your home services bundle. Save 50% on your mobile bill and spend the holidays connected with faster internet speeds. Call us today at 1-800-804-2994 and sign up.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Food is fundamental, and at Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, we source premium quality wheat and other ingredients, so you get the best results in the kitchen, bakeries and farms. For over 35 years, we've supplied Grenada with the finest flour and animal feed. The tastiest cakes, pastries or breads are baked with the region's finest flour. Buy the products you've trusted for all these years. Baker's Pride, Supreme and Sunshine Flour. Get the best from your farm animals with our master mixed feed brands. Support local. Buy products that are made in Grenada. Call us on 440-2954 or visit us at Mount Gay St. George or check our Facebook page. Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, a subsidiary of ADM. Unlocking nature, enriching life.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
The management and staff of Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening at Republic Bank. No interest rate happening. Quick approval happening. Christmas time happening at Republic Bank.
And 2020 on a merry note at Republic Bank as we spread the holiday cheer with our Make It Happen loans. Republic Bank is here to lighten up your spirit with quick approvals and cash prizes valued at over $10,000.
Christmas is happening at Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The public was left in a telecommunications frenzy this morning. For several hours, they were left without access to internet as services were disrupted without warning. While some wondered if they missed their payment dates for their internet and telephone bills, others started a fib about disruptions caused by activity at Grenada's undersea volcano Kikamjeni. Beverly Telesford reports.
Students doing online classes and workplaces relying on internet and phone access were left stranded this morning as major broadband outage forced the suspension of online classes, limiting internet access and other mobile services across the Caribbean region. Reports reached GBN that two of the country's main service providers, Flow and Digicel, have been severely impacted, and as a result, customers experienced challenges browsing the internet, loading emails, sending and receiving WhatsApp messages, and making landline calls. People reported difficulty using internet services from all corners of the country. However, close to midday, services had partially returned in some areas. During the morning period, a document bearing the Telecommunications Authority of Trinidad and Tobago (TATT) logo began circulating social media, suggesting that the internet issues were a result of a disrupted cable near the Kikamjeni volcano just outside of Grenada. Shortly after, the TATT issued a press release which explained that the said public advisory being broadcast was old news published since 2015. The UE Seismic Research Center also issued a statement which read, based on documents currently being circulated on social media, the UE Seismic Research Center wishes to advise that no unusual activity has been detected at the Kikamjeni volcano. The UE SRC has not detected detected any volcanic activity in the territories in which it operates that is likely to be linked to interruptions in internet service currently being experienced in Trinidad and Tobago. Flow Grenada issued an SMS to its customers informing that it is working urgently to resolve a network issue. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Government has implemented a ban on all poultry products from the United Kingdom. This follows an influenza outbreak. More in this report.
Grenada has placed a temporary ban on all poultry and poultry products originating from the United Kingdom, effective December 7, 2020. This is due to an ongoing outbreak of highly pathogen avian influenza, commonly known as bird flu in the UK. According to the Department of Veterinary and Livestock Division in the Ministry of Agriculture, the ban on hatching egg, feathers, fresh poultry, chilled poultry meat and frozen poultry meat would remain in effect until a satisfactory animal health report is issued from the UK. Dr. Kimond Cummins, Chief Veterinarian and Livestock Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, said the ban will not create a shortage of poultry products on island. The doctor spoke of the effects of bird flu and how it can affect the agriculture sector in Grenada. The ministry advised that individuals interested in importing poultry products should contact the Veterinary and Livestock Division of the Ministry of Agriculture. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
Still in health, just days before the Ministry of Health was able to declare the country COVID-free once again, Grenada confirmed its 42nd and 43rd COVID-19 cases. The two new cases were discovered from tests on a couple who arrived on Saturday, November 28th via American Airlines. The husband and wife are aged 65 and have been in quarantine since arrival. The two are being closely monitored as they have been exhibiting symptoms of the virus. They are currently Grenada's only active positive cases of COVID-19, as all others have been medically cleared. A ministry official says that while they do expect more cases to arise due to the open borders, they believe the COVID-19 protocols put in place by the Ministry of Health is effective. They have announced plans for an amendment to the Quarantine Act 2020. It will increase the maximum penalty for breaching COVID-19 regulations from a fine of $10,000 and imprisonment for 6 months to a fine of $25,000 and imprisonment for 1 year. Minister for Health Nicholas Steele says the proposed changes will further strengthen the protocols.
It does help, most definitely. Majority of us will agree that stiffer penalties for quarantine and breaches of the regulations would help as a deterrent and have people thinking twice about breaching our quarantine regulations. And it's a quarantine regulations. And then with respect to being able to react to this ever-changing world, ever-changing science, and epidemiological situation, yes, it puts us in a better position to tackle COVID-19.
Thankfully, the internet is working and we can turn our attention to what's been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been tapping into the pulse of the nation as people comment on topical issues.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Grenadians are still awaiting the appointment of a new leader of the NDC.
Over the weekend, talks arose that members of the National Democratic Congress were in discussions with Michael Church, former Minister of Labour, Social Security and Ecclesiastical Affairs under the Tillman Thomas administration, to potentially lead the party into the next general elections. Former Finance Minister Nazim Burke responded to suggestions and talks that he is one of the people being considered to take up the leadership of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC.
In the meantime, our viewers have been making their thoughts on the eventual leadership appointments known. Betty said NDC needs to will and come again with these people they are thinking about. Ian added, as far as my knowledge goes, Michael Church is an outsider. How can he be NDC's leader? Mikhail had only 3 words. He said, young folks need it. Another individual commented NDC has enough old heads already and they don't need any more. Meanwhile, this individual said, let's clear the air. The only true leader of the NDC is Uncle Tilly. Brian commented NDC needs rebranding and not the recycling of past politicians. If they don't get their acts together, they will be in exile for another 5 years. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. As always, if you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
And we continue to engage citizen journalists through all social media channels, including those who are sharp on the cell phone buzzer. It's time for tonight's GBN I Saw.
A good eye captures all. GBN I Saw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
In recent times, more women seem to be taking up positions and filling in on jobs once dominated by men. Tonight's I Saw exudes feminine power as this young woman is photographed cutting the limes playing field. The woman is seen using a lawnmower to cut the grass, a job which is normally done by her and a young man. Our I Saw reporter said they were surprised to see her doing it alone on this occasion. It was also noted that the young lady always assists people in the community. Here's a look at the finished product. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 4053052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead, 15 young men complete life skills aspect of the Empower program. This is News at 7.
Get the Christmas feeling at Dean's Mattress today and all through the holiday season. Dean's is bringing you absolute great Christmas cheer. Your reward, supportive, a comfortable feel when you get a mattress from Dean's this Christmas season. Special offers on beds, foam, divans, and mattresses. Call Dean's today about your needs for odd size mattresses, baby crib mattresses, and mattresses for yachts. And of course, all the smart shoppers who placed your items on layaway, get them today. A special offer from Dean's. Free delivery island-wide and to the boat for the Carriacou and Pity Martinique customers. Call Dean's now, 440-3240 or 440-0552. Dean's Mattress, where quality is never compromised. Merry Christmas from Dean's Mattress.
This Christmas, we need the good vibes more than ever. At LA Purcell, shop all new selections at our home goods, appliance, and hardware stores. Brighten things up at our color center with paint to put the finishing touches on the industry's best building supplies. Last but not least, our annual yard sale is on again for 2 weeks at the LA Purcell car park in town and 3 weeks at our Riverwood store, both starting December 5th. Come and name your price. And remember, Purcell's motto is cash if you have it or credit if you want it.
Hey, look. Rhythm coconuts, rum lemon, passion fruit, sorrel, even the exotic spicy rum.
Ah, the flavored rums of Grenada Distillers Limited.
Class coat?
Yes, girl. They are all produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited in Woodlands. You know, all their rums are world-class and internationally acclaimed, winners of numerous gold medals.
I have the spicy rum.
We drink it on sport. Add a little flavor to your life.
The Grenada Football Association invites you to the Female 7-a-Side Football Tournament.
There's the goal!
On Saturday, 12 December at Montrouge Playing Field. Starting time, 10 a.m. sharp. Interested players, register now. Call 440-9903 or 423-1872. There is absolutely no cost to register your team. Lots of prizes and giveaways in store.
Possibilities here.
See you there.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Introducing the new Digicel Prime Bundle. It's simply more bundled together. 54 gigs for 7 days for only $25. More data, more fun. Activate today on the My Digicel app.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Christmas in Grenada plus Flow equals a tablet for your family. Get a Samsung A7 tablet for only $80 when you add your mobile to your home services bundle. Save 30% on your mobile bill and spend the holidays connected with faster internet speeds. Call us today at 1-800-804-2994 and sign up.
As a result of police operations held over the weekend, one firearm and a quantity of ammunition were recovered. Stefan Sylvester, a 27-year-old resident of Lamode, St. Patrick, was arrested and charged by officers of the Criminal Investigations Department for the offenses of assault with a deadly instrument, possession of a firearm, and possession of ammunition after he allegedly assaulted an individual with a gun at the St. George's bus terminus. He appeared at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Monday, December 7th, 2020, and was granted bail in the sum of $10,000 with 2 sureties. He will appear in court on February 18th, 2021. Further, Alan Sandiford, a 29-year-old resident of Grenville Street, St. George, was arrested and charged for the offenses of assault with a deadly instrument, possession of a firearm, possession of ammunition, and wounding. The charges were laid against Sandiford after he was allegedly involved in an altercation at Marianne St. George on December 3rd, 2020. He was taken to the St. George's Magistrates Court on December 7th, where he was granted bail in the sum of $20,000 with one surety. As a part of his bail conditions, he has to report to the Central Police Station every Monday and Friday between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., and also to refrain from the community of Marianne St. George. He will reappear in court on March 4th, 2021. Achievement Awards for the 15 young men of the Empower program. The ceremony was held last Saturday for the participants from the St. George Southeast. The group of young men was recognized for their contributions and achievement in the program.
A group of 15 young men who were deemed at risk or who have had encounters with the law completed one aspect of the Empower program and were awarded for their achievement. They are from St. George's Southeast. From the group of 15, 5 were presented with merit awards. They are Ramel McIntosh, Bernard Joseph, Nkenje Latham, Sweeney Duncan, and Jade Stewart. Special awards were presented to Most Disciplined, Kurt Johnson, Most Improved Trainee, Dexton Bob, Leadership, Calex Gabriel, Spirit of the Empower Award, Andel Ross, and Most Outstanding Student, Chris Hoyt. Present at the ceremony were Parliamentary Representative Gregory Bowen, who encouraged the young men to see this as a stepping stone in striving towards greatness.
So we designed the project to include young men who have been in conflict with the law. That will not stop you. This is the first step of you overcoming the problems that you have. And just as you end up in a situation, remember, you did not bring yourself here. It came from beyond you. But you are in an ideal position to cut the vicious cycle. So as you do it, as the program continues to fend for the young men, you will see more and more young men looking up to you.
The minister also applauds the contribution they have made in communities as part of their training, especially assisting the vulnerable, some of whom were senior citizens.
I remember when you launched this program some years ago, when we told the young ladies that it was their fundamental responsibility to assist you on the way. How does a country deteriorate in its social structure? It is the family structure. And when you look at what is happening in Grenada and in the wider Caribbean, you find the woman being in better position, the woman being the breadwinners in the home. And I tell you that is a recipe for disaster.
Glenn Alexander, one of the facilitators who have worked along with the youngsters in the life skill aspect of the program, said he has seen growth of these young men in the past months. Saturday's ceremony saw the end of the life skills for the young men who are now into another component on the job training. Christelina John, GBN News.
The future is looking bright. This is GBN News at 7. Stay with us. The weather is up next, and we also have sports coming up.
Hey, man. Well, man, that's you making us that trip. Why doing all this more? Things tight since COVID, you know. And Christmas coming, the toys to build, and my house and my car to repair, and the wife want to with. What you want me to do? I'm expecting to do all that with more. Well, what you want me to do? Why don't go down my communal? You don't have to pay them until January. They have 20,000 in giveaway giving away, and the interest rate low. And listen to me, I try them orders and them never look good. Who they want them on? Well, watch, like you have more than your ass. Choose your loan at communal, giving you the money for what you want to do. It's a loan for you. You know what? I'll get them a little try. Listen. Where you going all this mud? You don't need it. Leave the mud, man. When you go down there, the rate's low. low.
It's a strawberry affair. December specials at Escape to Haven Health Spa by Nirvana. Indulge and excite your senses with our strawberry full body massage, $125. Kids, $80. Strawberry pedicures, $70. Kids, $50. Strawberry facials, $100. Kids, $50. Strawberry full body scrub, $90. Come on, be honest. You know it's long overdue for some real body care. Call or message us on 231-6642, 418-7115 or 449-7753. Opening hours are Mondays to Saturdays 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sundays 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Give your family or friend a gift of body care by purchasing a gift certificate. Celebrate your birthday or anniversary with us and receive a complimentary glass of strawberry champagne. Escape to Haven Health Spa by Nirvana. Excel Plaza Grandance. We know real body care. This offer ends January 3rd.
Hills and Valley Medcare Center, located on Grenville Street, St. George's, has a highly professional team that gives excellent service in massage therapy, physiotherapy, speech therapy, medical consultation, and more. Hills and Valley Medcare Center sells a wide range of medical supplies, offers home visits for patients in Grenada and Carriacou, and opens Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. through to 7 p.m. Visit or call Hills and Valley Medcare Center today, 435-6904.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair with the possible isolated early morning shower. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides high at 8:15 p.m. and low at 2:30 a.m. Weather for Tuesday, December 8th, generally fair. Weather for Wednesday, December 9th, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated early morning shower possible. And weather for Thursday, December 10th, generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy overnight with a few brief showers possible.
Good evening, sporting fans. I'm Trelawna Charles. It's a St. Andrew-St. George matchup as the finalists in the Wagiti Super Knockout football tournaments were decided over the weekend. It was almost a carnival-like atmosphere in terms of the noise levels as fans roared on their teams who were coveting historic victories in the 11th edition of the tournament. Gerard Joseph was among the spectators and sends this report.
The celebrations as FC Comerhon and Paradise FC International secured their places in the finals. FC Comerhon will be seeking his first Wagiti Super Knockout football tournament title, while Paradise FC a record 5th when the two teams go head-to-head on Saturday. FC Comerhon defeated Sab Spartans in the first semi-finals 3-0. Head coach is Anthony Modest.
Well, we'll come out and play quality football for sure. People can expect good football from FC Cameroon. As you said, it's our first final. We have an aim of winning the championship, and that's all we can ask for our players. We're in the finals, anything could go, but we're coming out to work hard to win the championship.
He says they'll be looking to be more clinical when they face Paradise FC.
Well, it's a ball game. Anything goes, but as I said before, we know what we have to do. We see them play. They know us also. Jake and I are good friends. We know each other. And we'll come out and have a good game and make the best team win.
Paradise FC International got the upper hand on rivals Hurricanes SC on penalties as national goalkeeper Jason Belfon made 3 superb saves.
Yeah, well, we all know Jason Belfon. We all know what he's capable of. I think he's the best in Grenada, and since we reached penalty, we knew that we was going to win because we're very confident in him. Since in training, he has been saving a lot of penalties, so we wasn't worried in the penalty shootout.
It was a hard-fought match which ended in a 1-all draw in normal time. Stefan Abraham of Paradise and Jalon Young of Hurricanes were evicted from the game after 2 red cards were issued. Head coach Jake Rennie then entered the match to bring calm.
Well, I was a little bit nervous. I was very disappointed with my player getting red card. I think he shouldn't have retaliated as a top player, Stefan, who will be needed in the final, and we was 1-1 up, so I'm very disappointed for that, but that's sports, things happen, and I just think I needed to go in and make a difference in case penalty, although I didn't kick. I have confidence in all my players, but I supposed to kick the last penalty, but that didn't happen.
Sab Spartans will now play Hurricanes SC in the 3rd place playoff before Paradise FC and FC Comerhon battle in the final on Saturday. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN Sports.
Junior and senior table tennis players took center stage over the weekend at the GTTA XL Plaza National Championships continue. Knockout matches were contested in the under 12, under 15 and under 18 categories, while also including men and ladies singles. All matches were played up to the final stage. All finals will be played on Wednesday from 6 p.m., followed by the award ceremony. Today, December 7th, will be the veterans competition up to the finals, also from 6 p.m. Shamal Williams and Cedric Marquez made it to the under 18 final, Javion Henry and Kirani Francis in the under 12, and Quanell Walker and Dwayne Newland in under 15 finals. T. Lane and S. Dolin are into the men's finals, M. Williams and Anik Bonaparte in the ladies, and Shadowy Henry and Anik Bonaparte in the girls' open single finals. The Grenada Tennis Association's All Good Things Senior Men's Open Singles Tennis Tournament served off today at the Tantine Tennis Court. The competition includes 16 of the nation's top tennis players contending over 10 for $1,400 in prize monies. The players are placed in 4 groups of 4 to battle in the first stage of the round-robin matches. The top 2 players out of each group will advance to the quarterfinals to compete in single elimination. Stay with us. Up next, regional news. Tonight, we take a probe around the globe to see what's happening. Liat announced on Saturday that it has been forced to suspend flights to 2 of its previously announced destinations. In a statement issued on Saturday, the airline explained that flights to Barbados and St. Vincent and the Grenadines were scheduled to begin on November 30th, but flights have been suspended while Liat awaits the approval from the relevant authorities in both countries. Prior to the suspension of services due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the airline had been operating to these destinations on valid flight approvals which have not expired. Liat operated a scheduled flight to Barbados on Monday, November 30th.
Liat's court-appointed administrator, Cleveland Seaforth, has described as surprising Barbados' position that the airline needs new flight arrangements to operate into the country. Late last month, the regional carrier announced the resumption of flights to 7 destinations across its network, including Barbados and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. However, on Saturday, Liat said it had been forced to temporarily suspend services to those 2 countries and await approval from relevant authorities.
In the case of Barbados, it came as a surprise to us very late on Friday. We had made arrangements to fly into Barbados, and we actually flew there on Monday with a scheduled service. About 2 to 3 weeks before that, we flew in there. And after the borders were closed at the end of March, we actually flew nurses from Cuba to Barbados. And so we are a bit taken aback by the decision. We have a valid permit to fly into Barbados until July 2024. Okay? And the authorities said to us late on Friday that we would have to make new arrangements before we can fly into Barbados. We don't necessarily agree with them because we have the permit which allows us to fly in until July 2024. So we dispatched a letter to them late on Friday asking them to reconsider the decision.
Seaforth maintained the airline had been operating to Barbados on valid flight approvals which have not expired. He spoke with ABS News on the situation and said he was hoping to hold talks with Barbadian authorities today on the matter.
The Prime Minister has predicted the battle to eliminate the COVID-19 contagion in St. Lucia could be within reach in the next 6 months. During a December 3rd appearance on a local radio show, the Prime Minister reiterated appeals to the public to make a small sacrifice to slow the spread of COVID-19. He explained the proposed COVID-19 wardens, armed with powers of arrest when they hit the streets in the coming weeks, are expected to serve as constant reminders to ensure public adherence to COVID-19 protocols.
The Prime Minister is optimistic the island's COVID-19 outbreak will subside. The Prime Minister says a strict adherence to COVID-19 protocols will help St. Lucia achieve an ambitious target of beating back COVID-19 within 6 months. During a December 3rd appearance on a local radio talk show, he explained the proposed COVID-19 wardens, armed with powers of arrest when they hit the streets in the coming weeks, are expected to serve as constant reminders to ensure public adherence to COVID-19 protocols.
Yes, as St. Lucians, we like to hug and hold hands and show our love to each other in a physical way. But for 6 months, we just have to curtail those kinds of behaviors to protect ourselves. It's a small sacrifice to make. And as I said, the solution is within each one of us. And so the wardens are not to go out and beat people up or to be difficult on people, but it's to be a constant reminder to persons. Remind them to wear their face masks.
The next 14 days will prove critical as authorities ramp up efforts to flatten the curve. On November 27th, officials introduced revised protocols to help slow the spread of the virus and steer the island away from a daunting COVID-19 forecast. The chief medical officer on November 27th revealed the local transmission rate had increased despite the latest efforts to help contain the so far unrelenting community outbreak. Although the active confirmed case count has slowed since December 1st, the last COVID-19 trajectory suggests more than 1,000 new cases can be recorded before the end of December. The Prime Minister hopes the newly minted COVID-19 wardens could be the chief enforcers to neutralize community spread. The United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, on November 30th issued a Level 3 travel health notice, discouraging Americans from all non-essential travel to the island. Countries with populations of less than 200,000 with a cumulative case count of 51 to 100 COVID-19 cases over 28 days are flagged by the CDC as high level. Rihani Isidore, NBC Prime.
That's it for tonight's Probe Around the Globe. Stay tuned for a reminder of tonight's top stories.
A recap of the headlines: chains in Parliament, and it wasn't a jab. Opposition leader appears in chains and padlock, but no key. Damaged cable telecoms leaves telecoms users island-wide with no internet and phone service for hours. Government bans UK poultry products following influenza outbreak. Major erosion of barrier reef at Bathway Beach. And in sports, Waggy Super Knockout football tournament finalists selected following historic victories on the weekend. And in Around the Globe, Liat suspends Barbados and St. Vincent and the Grenadines flights to await authorities' approval. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN's television, Facebook page, and YouTube channel. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.
Get your home ready for Christmas with Island Style Talent Band. From now until Christmas.